What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the 2022 Xfinity 500. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This week in the NASCAR Cup Series, headed to Martinsville Speedway, the half-mile pay-per-click racetrack. The race that will decide who will be racing for a championship next week at Phoenix in the 35th race in the 2022 season. That's right after this week. There'll be only one race left to go in the season. Let's take a look at the weather going into this weekend. So the weather's actually looking pretty decent for the weekend. It's 63 degrees as a high and 50 degrees as a low, with right now a 20% chance of rain, which compared to last night, the weather has drastically improved. Where there was rain in the forecast last night, now the weather has gradually improved. And that could play a factor if the racing is going to be good or not. I'm not really looking forward to this race, but we'll see what happens this weekend. Now, let's take a look at the playoff standings going into the round of 8 to decide who goes into the championship 4. So Joe Logano, after winning Las Vegas 2 races ago, he is locked into the championship 4. Ross Chastain is currently 19 points above the cutoff line. Chase Elliott is 11 points above the cutoff line. And William Byron is currently 5 points above the cutoff line. Currently below the cutoff line is Denny Hamlin, who's 5 points below. Ryan Blaney is 18 below. Christopher Bell is 33 below. And Chase Briscoe is only 44 below. Denny Hamlin's right now the only driver I think making it on points. I think Ryan Blaney is going to have to win. I think Christopher Bell is going to have to win. And Chase Briscoe for sure is going to have to win this weekend at Martinsville. So now, anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks for this weekend. So, for those who are new to the channel, here's how picks work on the channel. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect struggle for the weekend who've been on kind of a little bit of a struggle or struggled the last time we were at a specific racetrack. 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers expect to run really, really well who really need some good runs. And a winner's pick as well, that a driver who I think is going to overall win. And I've got 5 drivers you need to watch out for, including the winner of the race. So now, let's go ahead and get into picks. Who are my suck picks for this weekend at Martinsville Speedway? My first suck pick for this weekend is a guy who generally used to be really, really great at this track. However, the last time we were here at Martinsville Speedway, this guy struggled really, really shockingly, struggled in the race. I expect this guy to run a lot better than he did, and he clearly just was not up to par. It did not have the speed. I've got Denny Hamlin struggling this weekend. Well, I don't think the Toyotas are going to be as far off as they were in the spring. They were absolutely horrendous. And it seems like sometimes when Denny Hamlin's with the tracks, seems like Denny Hamlin struggled with the tracks he's historically been really, really good at. So, unfortunately, I think Denny Hamlin is going to struggle this weekend, and I think that number 11 car is going to have a bad run this weekend at Martinsville Speedway. My other suck pick is another driver who's been really strong over the last couple of years, Martin Truex Jr. Very similar to Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr. struggled at tracks he's historically been good at. He's been good at tracks he's usually never been good at. And for whatever reason this year, at tracks he's been historically good at, he has really, really struggled at. I think Martin Truex Jr. is going to have a bad race, unfortunately, especially after what happened last week at Homestead a couple days ago. I unfortunately think Martin Truex Jr. is going to struggle, and I think Martin Truex Jr. has a bad race this weekend at Martinsville. And now we'll go ahead and jump into the underdog picks for this weekend here at Martinsville. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend is a driver who actually did not race this past week and didn't be suspended this past week. But I think this race where he comes back stronger, Bubba Wallace. Not only do I think Bubba Wallace is going to come back stronger as a driver this week, but I think Bubba Wallace also, historically, how especially good he's been at Martinsville. He led, I think, most laps. I think he led last year a single track was Martinsville last year. I really think, especially with this kind of speed he had the last time we were here at Martinsville, I think that number 45 car is going to be good. And honestly, I think the 45 team's gotten better as the season has progressed. So I think Bubba Wallace will be an underdog to win. I think he honestly could win the race, but I think he definitely will be an underdog for the race this weekend at Martinsville. My second underdog pick for this weekend is a driver who really surprisingly ran really good last time we were here. He ran top 5 and top 10 pretty much all day long, and I expect him to do that once again. Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon ran up front pretty much all day long, was running really throughout the most of the evening. He was in second position really for like over 150 laps, so he was really fast in the race. Didn't have the car to beat William Byron the last time we were here. I think Austin Dillon will contend for a top 5 this weekend. I expect the 3 team to be really strong this weekend at Martinsville. And now we're going to jump on to the winner's pick for this weekend at Martinsville Speedway. Who is my winner's pick? My winner's pick is a current driver who is in the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. This guy has been shockingly probably the worst performing driver so far in the playoffs up to this point. Sure, he does have a win at Talladega and does have a second place finish at Bristol, but outside of that, this guy has really struggled in the playoffs. However, the last time here at Martinsville, he led 185 laps and won the pole and dominated for the majority of the race. I am picking Chase Elliott to win his second ever race at Martinsville and his second fall race in the last 3 years. Chase Elliott had one of the fastest cars the last time we were here. Granted, he did finish 10th at last time we raced here in the spring. But I think especially with the pace that Chase Elliott's had here, I think he'll run really well enough. And I think Chase Elliott will pick up his 6th win of the 2020 season. I've got Chase Elliott winning the Xfinity 500 this weekend here at Martinsville. He's my pick to win. So now we're going to jump on to ones you need to watch out for this weekend here at Martinsville. Who are the drivers you need to keep your eyes out on? The first driver I think you need to watch out for is the defending winner of this race, William Byron. William Byron dominated the last summer here. I think he nearly led 300 laps the last summer here at Martinsville. And that 24 car just looks super, super strong on the short tracks all year long. I expect William Byron to be very, very quick. The 24 team, I think, is going to have a lot more pace this week. This is going to be William Byron's best chance to make the championship for. I don't think he's going to win, but I think he's going to be up front. And I think that he absolutely will be a contender to go out there and win. Watch out for William Byron, because I think the 24 car is going to be really, really fast. The second driver you need to watch out for is the driver of the 1 car for Trackhouse Racing, Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain was pretty decent the last time here. I think he almost finished in the top 5, but was kind of quiet in the beginning of the race. But I think that Ross Chastain this time around, I think that 1 car is going to be faster. I feel like in these playoffs especially, I think Chastain's been one of the better drivers in the playoffs so far. So I expect big things from Ross Chastain this weekend. I think he's absolutely going to be a threat to go out there and win this weekend at Martinsville. The third driver you need to watch out for is another driver who's currently in the playoffs at the moment, who actually finished in the top 10 and also led 5 laps the last time we were here, Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney has historically been good at this track. He's not won at this track in his career, but I think Ryan Blaney will be a threat to win this weekend in that number 12 car. That 12 car seems to be getting a little bit faster as well. It just seems like he can't close the deal out to win these races, especially when he's quick. But I think Ryan Blaney will be very, very fast, and I think he will for sure be a contender. Watch the 12 car this weekend at Martinsville. The fourth driver we need to watch out for is an only non-playoff driver currently that is racing. He's the only driver that's not in the playoffs remaining that I've got as one to watch, Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick's been fast pretty much every type of track you go to, whether it's short track, road course, intermediate track, you name it. This 8 car seems to be on point and seems to be really, really fast. And while I don't think Tyler Reddick will go out there and win, I think a top 5 is not out of the realm of possibility. I think Reddick's want to get this momentum, especially as he will be transitioning away from RCR to go to 2311 next year. I expect big things from Tyler Reddick this weekend. And the final driver I think is need to watch out for is the other Team Penske driver I expect to be really, really fast. The driver that won at Las Vegas a couple weeks ago, Joey Logano. Joey Logano, like I said, the only driver currently locked into the championship for after winning in Las Vegas a couple weeks ago. Logano's also up front. I think he ended up finishing runner-up to William Byron in the race the last time we were here. So I think Joey Logano will absolutely be a threat in that number 22 car. I expect big things from Joey Logano in the 22 camp. And Team Penske is going to be running really, really good speed to not only try to help Logano get another win, but also try to help Ryan Blaney get that win this weekend. I expect Logano to be really, really quick and the Fords to be fast this weekend here at Martinsville. So anyway, that is going to be it for today's race picks video for Martinsville. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, to be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Denny Hamlin, Mark Truex Jr., my underdogs, Bubba Wallace, Austin Dillon, and Chase Elliott is my winner's pick. Ones to watch, William Byron, Ross Chastain, Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick, and Joey Logano. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and support my Patreon as well. Links description below that, and comment below your picks for this weekend. Tell me your 2 suck picks, tell me your 2 underdog picks, and tell me who you think is going to win this weekend here at Martinsville Speedway. Let me know in the comments below. Tomorrow on my channel, we're going to have a NASCAR news video. We're going to discuss all the NASCAR news over the last couple days. Then on Thursday, we're going to go ahead and we'll be taking a look at who I think will make it the championship for. Not just for the Cup Series, but very likely we'll also be doing one for the Xfinity Series as well. And then on Friday, we'll have another NASCAR news video, followed by on Saturday and Sunday, we'll be doing race reviews for the Xfinity Series and Cup Series and reviewing the championship for. So anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for some more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.